The Lord brings great people into our lives. I'm just quite convinced of it, just because of the way things happen. And people who you're like, where have you been? How come I haven't known you all for years? How come we didn't grow up together? You know what I mean? Those kind of people. And I got to the privilege during the whole shutdown is when I met these folks, because they were doing stuff outside. They were putting together rallies. They were putting together convoys. They were making things happen, things to encourage all of us, things to get us outside, things to say, no, no, no. We're not just going to sit back and hunker down and be living in fear. Those are the people I gravitate to. So when I found out about Freedom Riders 1776, I said, you know what, I'm in. And they've been so welcoming. I mean, they invite me to the house for parties and so on. The two folks who really made this happen. And they're I'm going to give you in advance, I'm just going to tell you, they're very unassuming, and they love to shift focus away from them and put it on to others. Those are admirable people. Those are good people who do that kind of stuff. They go by their handles, and we kind of have to do that, as you've seen with Antifa and so on, and doxing people and everything. I don't use their names anymore, and I'm not going to say their names. And I try and protect who they are, because if they can tell you who they are and you can get a hold of them, I'll let them handle that. In the meantime, though, I just want to say hello to Beast and Bald Eagle. Beast and Bald Eagle. Hello, y'all.
Hello, Charlie.
What's going on? How you been?
Good.
All right. Lean on in there, would you, Bald Eagle?
Yeah.
I forgot to check what things look like when I do the double screen thing. I thought we were all ready to go, and that's on me. That's my fault. So good thing they get close. That's easy for them because they're husband and wife. And what started this? Are there other Freedom Riders groups, or did you just decide you're going to do it yourself? Because the first time I had you on, first time I talked to you, remember, I thought you were a biker group because I'm a motorcycle rider. So I was like, all right, I want to go on some rides. And then I found out, no, it's open to everybody. You want to put a flag on your bike, go ahead on. But otherwise, no, there's more to it than that. It's more described like a convoy, which is what I just came back from, Southern California, right down to the border. Now, we'll talk about that because you're the ones who were instrumental in me being able to go down there for that. And all the people in Freedom Riders. So thank you for that. And when did you start all this? How did you come up with the idea? How did it form?
When the People's Convoy was coming back to Sacramento, we had wanted to go with him. Had a lot of work, things going on, life. But it was an important thing that was going on there. And Beast had the great idea to throw an Easter dinner, since they were coming back on Easter night into Northern California, Sacramento, Marysville.
That was over there in the Marysville area, right?
Yeah, Marysville.
I was there.
I saw some of your video from it. It was great coverage.
That was fantastic. So you're the ones who put together that whole Easter meal idea. I love it. And people showed up. People showed up in droves. It turned into a big potluck thing. It was quite a party there in that abandoned parking lot of what used to be, I think, a Kmart.
Yeah.
In the town of Linda, right?
Yeah, we had a lot of help. I think God actually put that together for us. He just kind of worked through everyone. We had so many people, helping out, make that happen.
They were so impressed. They were so grateful. These are people who had come from all over the country, and even many of them from Canada. And they weren't just in big rigs. They were in vans. They were in station wagons. They were whatever. They could, put a flag on it or whatever they did with it. And they went clear across the country, this convoy did. When they came to the West Coast, it was timed just right with when all those bills were going on with the Capitol building that they were trying to sneak through. Yeah. Remember all that?
Absolutely. Yeah, we ended up going on a few rides with them, different missions, because they were here for a couple weeks over at the Sac Raceway. And we went to the Capitol a few times. There were so many bills that, and there's still so many bills that they're trying to push through. But
oh yeah,
We got to stand up and tell them no. So make our voices heard.
So what do you say to people? Because I've been on many rides with y'all, and I'm grateful for it. I love it, and I'm glad that you tied in with my buddy Paul, who we call Legend, who decorates the overpasses on freeways. And if you've been following the show for the last 2 years, I've had Paul on several times, and I love what he does. And you guys all teamed up. I go, this is perfect. So you coordinate.
And Byron with Back the Blue.
Nevada County.
And Back the Blue. Don't forget about Back the Blue. That's right.
Yeah, Freedom Riders wouldn't exist without Back the Blue.
Yeah, true story. So the thing I've heard from people is, well, what a stupid waste of time. Is it a stupid waste of time just for people to get together and have an event to flag up their vehicles and follow each other to some kind of an event or a party or a celebration or a protest? Is it a big dumb waste of time?
Not at all.
It's not a waste of time. It's not a waste of gas.
No, it's great. It's for one, it's a good time. We have a great time doing it. But two, it unites people, brings people together, lets people know that there are others out there that feel the same way about the way things are going in our country and in the world. And so I think it's actually quite the opposite. It's a good way to spend our time.
Beast, I've commented on this many times to many people, and there's a camaraderie that we all feel in our love of God, family, country, and that is absolutely what it boils down to. You can call us MAGA. You can call us like that idiot at USA Today, calling us what was it, a goofy God's Army MAGA Republican convoy. Here's what I know. If it wasn't for us getting out and groups like us, and there's many of them now, if it wasn't for us doing this, how many people all around us would continue thinking that there's no one else that feels and believes the way they do? Because that's what the media's done. They've isolated people who actually support God, family, country. They've made you feel like you're all alone. There's really you're a nut. There's nobody else who feels that way you do. Nobody cares. Just go along with the flow and accept it. Do you think that is a way to counter that is by doing what you do?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do. No, I was going to say, there's so many patriot groups out there that are doing so many different things to fight election fraud, to do all these things, and Freedom Riders, Back the Blue, and all these other patriot groups that drive around. People are able to see that people are working to fight for freedom. You don't always see it with these other groups. So I think it's really important.
You think it's been effective? Because I do. I know the first time I saw somebody decorating an overpass, which was Paul Legend. First time I saw that, I was like, I'm not the only one. And the media, and I'm in the media, and I know how they operate. They isolate. They make you feel like you're alone, and there's nobody else who thinks the way you do. But when you see somebody with a flag on their vehicle, when you see somebody writing patriotic things on their truck or their little car, it doesn't matter. It moves you. It makes you realize I'm not the only one. I'm not alone. Have you, Beast? Have you had anybody really get on board with an enthusiasm and an excitement that you're like, oh man, this is all worth it?
I think everybody that joins Freedom Riders, all the events, we hear such great things that, oh, you guys are bringing hope to humanity, and we just love what you guys are doing, and you put on such fun events. They love being a part of it, which makes us feel really good.
The media almost exclusively shuts you down and does not show up for these things, does not report on what's going on, not by accident. They don't want people seeing. But the simple fact that you don't quit, despite those odds, despite people working against you, you don't quit. you keep putting these things on. You're doing them like every quarter, almost every 3 months. You've got something going on like that, and you got 2 coming up just in February here. The next one is it President's Day?
February 17th.
Go ahead, talk about it.
Southern California has 2 events on February 17th as well. They have Trump trains going on, and then Northern California, Central Valley, they also have Trump trains going on. So we will be meeting in Rockland for all the Northern California Patriots, and then we're going to go from Rockland to Elk Grove, where Eva Garcia is going to be putting on a Trump rally out there, and there's going to be mini Trump Tower. There's going to be a couple speakers that are going to be out there. Chris Bish and Charlita Bassett are going to be speaking. There's going to be a couple food trucks. And then from there, we're going to be going to Lodi, picking up people from Modesto. And then we're going to be going to Galt, where Paul is going to be setting up the double overpass. And then we'll have a little Trump Tower there as well, selling Trump merchandise. So all
when we were in Southern California, in Southern California, heading down towards the border for the Take Our Country Back convoy, even going through Los Angeles, and we got caught in rush hour traffic, by the way. Even getting caught in Los Angeles, I'm thinking, this could be ugly. And there were some encounters. I won't lie to you. And these were only 2 vehicles. We were on our way down there to meet everybody in San Ysidro, which is south of San Diego, close to the border. We had some encounters, and it got, people were angry, which is odd to me. What do you care? And only one had anything about Trump written on the vehicle. The other one had nothing about Trump. It was just in a big American flag on a big pickup. For people to get so heated and so triggered that way, to me, is just bizarre. I'm like, what do you care? If I'm going to display my patriotism, what does it have to do with you? Mm-hmm. But they are so triggered. Have you encountered anything like that? I know you had to. It's going to court. As a matter of fact, it's going to trial. Somebody vandalized one of your convoys recently.
Yep. Igtifa. That was all caught on a live stream. Thank God. So, it was all on video. They vandalized a few vehicles, and they got charged with vandalism. They're in the courts right now. And
the amazing thing to me is the law enforcement that showed up literally said, "Well, you should probably just let her go. You don't want to press charges."
Yeah, about that. That was the funny thing is,
if it were the other way around, it would have been charged as a hate crime.
Absolutely. And it was, in my opinion, political terrorism. They were trying to influence us. They were attacking us because of our political beliefs, or what they thought our political beliefs were. And so as the officers saying that she would like to apologize if no one presses charges, she's literally sitting on the hood of his car, smoking a cigarette, flipping everyone off.
Yeah.
So everyone kind of looks around and they're like, yeah, no, we're pressing charges. So, and she did damage. She hit a vehicle. She damaged the paint on 13 vehicles. Mm-hmm. So she should be charged.
Absolutely.
Whatever the law allows, that's what she should be charged with. So
good. I agree. I'm glad they're all following through. We got that's how we have to fight back. We can't keep going, okay, well, I guess we'll just let it go this time. No, because we let it go every time, and we've been letting it go for years. We have not stood up, and that's why I was so excited to be a part of this Take Back Our Border convoy. Just this past weekend, I was so excited to get to be a part of it, even just a small part, even though we didn't get to go all the way to Texas, hit California, hit the Arizona, and was able to get some photos, shoot some video, but I was never able to go live. And I found out why. And after talking to Josh Fulfer from Oreo Express, he never has a problem going live. You know what's happening? They're scrambling cell signals down there. So guys like me can't be doing what I was trying to do. So I was shooting it on video, and then I'd post it later when I could. But I never got to go live and actually show you, here's what's happening right now, like I wanted to. And that was the whole plan. But that's why I found out from several people in Yuma, Arizona, telling me, "Oh yeah, it's they're screwing up people's cell signals. They're not letting them get through. They're not letting them do those kind of things." But Josh uses Starlink Express.
Oh yes, okay.
Elon Musk, he's got a whole satellite set up. I'm like, man, shoot. So good on you, Josh. Way to go. And his coverage has been incredible. I don't know if you saw what he did last night. Wow.
Oh, were they at the border in Arizona?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was right there at the one part of the fence, the big, Trump fence, Trump gate that they did not get to finish. And that's not an accident. They did everything they could to keep him from getting that completed before his presidency was up. They did everything they could to slow it down, stop it, because this was the plan from the beginning. And he knew that. That's why he changed all those border policies. And to hear that hapless, pathetic thing that some people call the president of the United States right now, blaming Congress for not giving him money to close the border is insane. All those things are already in place. Yeah. He's the one that reversed them as soon as he got into office. But people are going to buy it. Unfortunately, people believe this stuff because all they're watching is the mainstream media. All they're watching is the legacy crap, telling them the same stuff over and over again. But then come along people like you, Freedom Rider 1776, encouraging all of us, get a flag on your vehicle. Show your love of God, family, country. Put that on your vehicle. God, family, country, whatever. Come on, let's go on a convoy. Let's have a party. Let's make it. Let's display to those who never see it on their TV that there are those of us out here who feel the way they do.
Well said.
I love what you do. I love what you do. I thank you for it.
And we love what you do.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I was just thinking, while they're scrambling service, the media doesn't want people to know how much California and Arizona, there's so many patriots out here.
Yeah, they want to think California is a lost cause. And it's not. There are a lot of patriots here in California.
And you guys had so many patriots coming out of California to go to Yuma, Arizona.
That was awesome, wasn't it?
It was.
I'm so glad I got to be a part of it.
I had a suspicion when I heard that that you weren't able to go live. I had a suspicion that they were scrambling that.
It was weird. I'd be set up to go live through StreamYard is what we use on Do Not Talk, which is one of those streaming platforms. And you can put it out on different social media sites all at the same time. When you go live, you're on all of them. And I had it all set up. And I'm approaching. We are probably about 2 minutes away from hitting it. I go, boom, it goes away.
That's weird.
What? So I try to get back on again. Nope, no connection. Nope, no connection. Nope, no connection. But yet I got cell signal. Nope, no connection. And it happened time and time again. Anything I tried to do, anything I tried to report on, anytime I tried to go live, it was so frustrating. But I'm learning the secret. And thank God for Elon Musk and X and Starlink satellites. So that's my next step. I got to get rigged up so I can do that kind of stuff. But keep fighting the good fight. Where do we get more information? How do we join you on February 17th? And there's a big one coming up on the 25th. Steve, including one of my favorite political commentators of all time, Steve Hilton. He's going to be the keynote speaker. I love him.
We will go live. We'll do another live with you on that event.
Good. So how do we find you? How do we get involved? And definitely show up on February 17th. Where do we get the information? Where do we go?
You can join us on Facebook, Freedom Riders _1776, or you can go to our website, fr1776.org. There's
we're on Twitter,
Instagram, the usual X.
There's a lot of Freedom Riders, so you got to put it in the 1776.
Yeah.
FR1770. Yeah.
That's important. And do you have to do the underscore every time? If it's on X or something?
No, you should be able to find it just in a search.
Freedom Riders with an S on the end, not a Z. Freedom Riders 1776 on all the social media platforms. And the website again was fr1776.org.
Yep.
Yes.
Correct.
That's awesome.
And we have patriots coming from Red Bluff, Napa, Oakland, Grass Valley, Nevada City, the Bay Area, Modesto. They're coming from all over the place. And it should be a beautiful day. And we're really excited. So
I am too. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much for spending the time with us here on the show. I just admire and respect you so much. That's Beast and her husband, Megan, or Bald Eagle. Her husband, Bald Eagle. So, or Mr. and Mrs. Bald Eagle and Beast. How about that? Thank you very, very much. May God bless you and keep you. I am Charlie Simons. This is Do Not Talk. And My Pillow, by the way, mypillow.com, promo code Lee gets you up to 80% off. I was so thrilled when I got that call after getting to interview Mike Lindell in December. And I said, yeah, I used to be one of your spokespeople when I was on the radio, Salem Media. We goes, well, we got to get you in the mix again. And now I am. I'm so thrilled to be part of Mike Lindell and what he's doing in all American made products, which is the most important thing to me. So use my middle name, Lee, as a promo code, up to 80% off. Go to mypillow.com, click on the radio /podcasters specials, pick what you want. And then when you go to checkout, it'll ask you for the promo code LEE, up to 80% off. You're welcome. May God bless you and keep you. May God bless America. But most importantly, may America bless God.